Kansas won their 13th regular season championship last weekend, and today the 5th-ranked Jayhawks lead the conference into the final Big 8 tournament. Colorado has never beaten Kansas in the first round, but after coming within 2 points earlier this year, the Buffaloes know an upset of the Jayhawks could happen. Phillips 66 proudly presents the Big 8 Conference Basketball Tournament from Kemper Arena in Kansas City. And this is the way they stack up on day one. Colorado and Kansas, the number 8 and number 1 seeds, tangle in the first game this afternoon, followed by Oklahoma State and Kansas State. Then tonight, Nebraska and Iowa State tip off the night station, and the final game today pits Missouri against Oklahoma. Game 1, Colorado, the number 8 seed, against the number 1 seed conference champion Kansas Jayhawks. And once again, Big 8 basketball fans have sold out Kemper Arena for this, the 20th and final Big 8 conference tournament. Absolutely one of the great tournaments in the country. Hi, everybody. I'm Fred White, our analyst, John Sunvold. Exciting time of the year, John. Number 1 seed Kansas playing for a number 1 seed in the NCAA against a very talented number 8 seed team.
Well, if you like basketball, you'll like to be here this afternoon. It's games all day long. Colorado's good enough to win, but they have to play Kansas. And Kansas is playing for a number 1 seed. They'd like to win at least 2 games this weekend, if not the championship.
And the Jayhawks led into this ball game today by a man yesterday who was awarded the Big 8 Conference Player of the Year honor.
Well, it's nice to see that. That award for Jock Vaughn is the best player in the Big 8, and that he was this year. He's so valuable to this team. He runs the ball club, does everything. The last 3 ball games averaged nearly 17 points a game. That's the kind of things he does, and he'll have to do that for the NCAA tournament.
And we mentioned Colorado, a talented number 8 seed. Chauncey Billups hauled down a big honor yesterday.
Well, when you say Billups' name, you always talk about a freshman, the best in the Big 8, and maybe one of the best in the country. Billups can handle the basketball well. He shoots the ball well. He's going to have to be well because tonight against Kansas, he has to do everything well against Jock Vaughn.
You've been in a lot of battles in this arena in the Big 8 tournament and in postseason play. This is the 3rd and final stage of the college season. What an exciting time of the year.
It is, and there's some great matchups, and what you expect to see is some good ball games, and this first one's going to be terrific.
All right, we're getting near to tip-off here at the final Big 8 tournament. Right now, let's get you down to Studio 66 and John Sanders. Welcome to Kansas City, John.
Fred, thank you very much. This is as close as we've been in a while, and what a great backdrop for Studio 66. This is the best day in college basketball. Wall-to-wall Big 8 Conference basketball this afternoon, starting with Kansas and Colorado. We'll be going all day and all night, and I'll be here throughout the day to keep you updated with interviews with players, coaches, and we will also check out results from other tournaments being played around the country. Right now, let's check out the Big 8 Conference Player of the Week, the Phillips 66 Big 8 Conference Player of the Week, brought to you by Phillips 66, makers of high-quality, super clean gasoline. It's Iowa State junior forward Kenny Pratt, and what a week he had. He averaged 28 points a game, had a career high against Kansas State, hitting on 9 of 12, 31 points in that ball game. He is doing a terrific job for Iowa State. The Cyclones, of course, the number 2 seed in this tournament. They will be in action later tonight. We have a lot of basketball. We have a lot coming up from Studio 66 here in Kemper Arena, Kansas City. Fred and John return with the starting lineups for Game 1 right after this.
3 days for the final Big 8 Conference tournament before they go into the Big 12 next year. Today's starting lineups are brought to you by Southwest Airlines, flying the low-fare airline, just plain smart. There's Ricardo Patton, named as the Colorado permanent coach just this past week, and he's going to run them out like this. Martise Moore, Greg Jensen, Dennis Griffin in the middle, and the guards will be Chauncey Billups, the freshman of the year. There's Ricardo Patton, is 0-2 against Kansas this year. This is Roy Williams. Roy Williams has started the same lineup every game except senior day this year, and this is it. Paul Pierce, Rafe LaFrance, Scott Pollard in the middle, Jock Vaughn, the Big 8 Player of the Year, operating at the point, and Jared Haas at the number 2 guard. Roy Williams has really dominated Colorado teams since he came to Kansas, 18-1, and he is now in his 8th season, 208-54, just 5 wins away from Everett Case of North Carolina State for the most wins in the first 8 years as a Division I coach. 4 keys to the game, John Sunvold.
Well, for the Jayhawks, they have to contain the big 3. The Buffaloes have Tuck, Moore, and Billups do most of their scoring. They have to contain those 3 players. Turnovers. Kansas had a season-high 26 at Colorado in their 2-point victory and had 20 against Colorado in their home win. For Colorado, you have to rebound inside. That means Dennis Griffin and Greg Jensen have to battle inside against a bigger Kansas team in turnovers again. Colorado averages nearly 20 a game in Big 8 play, and you cannot do that against the Jayhawks.
We are set to go. Kansas leading the series 90-38. They've won 13 straight games from Colorado. John, it's not just the problem of the number 8 seed playing the number 1 seed. We mentioned Colorado, a very talented number 8 team. Numbers can really hurt Colorado. Kansas plays that relentless 40 minutes of basketball. They're deep. They play a lot of people. And Colorado has only 9 guys here today.
Yeah, only 9 players on the sideline, and we'll get into the reasons why probably later in the broadcast. But they're going to have to do the things well. You have to handle the basketball well against Kansas because there's constant pressure, whether it's full court or half court, that they put on you. And you have to handle it. We'll see how well Mr. Billups does against Jacques Vaughn.
One guy missing, Ted Critson. You'd think the Buffs would really miss him against Kansas. He gave him a little bit of bulk inside to fight Pollard and LaFrance, and he had shoulder surgery. So here we go. LaFrance in against Martise Moore. The ball's up and the tournament's underway, and Colorado gets first possession. Chauncey Billups with the basketball.
Colorado will run a lot of picks for Chauncey Billups to come off. He can either shoot it or penetrate all the way. Mac Tuck is the outside shooter. Martise Moore had 29 in the earlier ball game against Kansas.
Griffin to Billups, and he's going to go for a 3 to get us started off the front of the rim. And here come the Jayhawks. Jacques Vaughn in the middle. And Haas immediately giving it up on the other side to Paul Pierce.
Well, give credit to Jacques Vaughn. He hesitated at half court and allowed Jared Haas to fill the lane. So then he had a 3-on-2, made the play easier for his teammates.
Dennis Griffin with the basketball for Colorado. Pollard coming all the way out to defend him, and now as he picks up the dribble, he gets it to Billups. Over the top, Mac Tuck down low over LaFrance and short. And here come the Hawks again with Jacques Vaughn in the middle, 3-on-2. And Pierce did not catch the pass, and that's all you can say about it. He simply did not catch it.
Well, we mentioned turnovers, and as Paul Pierce shakes his head, another outstanding freshman, co-freshman player of the year with Chauncey Billups.
That's a pretty good matchup right there.
Yeah, it really is.
Haas defending Mac Tuck way out on the wing in front of the Jayhawk bench. Jensen driven right down inside. That's Jensen, and the turnaround no good, but the tip good by Mac Tuck.
Well, tough matchup for Haas. They put him on Tuck. Tuck more of a perimeter player, but he can go to the board. Jared Haas is going to have to block him out.
So the Buffaloes get it tied at 2. Haas, LaFrance, and now Paul Pierce. LaFrance with the turnaround. Conference player Rafe LaFrance.
Probably tougher matchup for Colorado is how do you stop Pollard and LaFrance inside? Colorado just doesn't have the size to match up or the height. LaFrance and Pollard can both shoot over the top of him.
Now Haas getting a hand on it. It'll be Colorado basketball. 25 left on the shot clock, and the Jayhawks lead 4-2 as we are underway in Kansas City. There's Ricardo Patton, just named Tuesday as the coach next year at Colorado. They took the interim off the title. Mac Tuck. You talked about the perimeter, and he will shoot it from out there and can, but that one comes up off the side of the rim, and Kansas gets it back.
And when Mac Tuck gets on roll, he's an outstanding player. When he doesn't shoot as well, sometimes he doesn't defend as well, and that's sometimes a difficult part for Colorado. But when he gets his shot going and he scores, he becomes a better all-around player.
Mac Tuck shooting 40% from the three-point line, a pretty outstanding percentage. The Hawks attack again. Jacques Vaughn, Pierce putting a move on Martise Moore. And now Pollard had it knocked back out of there. Right back in. They go to Pollard, and a left-hander off the baseline by Scott Pollard.
Just pure strength. Jensen, only 6'7", has a hard time with the bigger Pollard.
Okay, you're so strong inside. If you can't defend Pollard and LaFrance, you're going to have a long afternoon.
Yeah, you really are. I mean, Pollard goes 6'10", 6'11", 250. LaFrance about 6'11". They're just outstanding players inside. Pollard on the post goes left hooks, right hooks. LaFrance can shoot the little fadeaway on you with his left hand.
And then there's Jacques Vaughn on the outside, who's really stepped up to become a big-time outside shooter for him.
He knocks in the open jump shots, and when teams try to clog it in down low, Vaughn's been able to free himself up. What we saw in the last 3 ball games of the conference, he started taking the real big shots, and that's probably what made him the player of the year in this conference.
Martise Moore just got his 41st block of the year as he knocked down Pierce's shot. I just started saying you can just keep adding ingredients to that KU side as Billups missed the left-handed shot. LaFrance has it. Down they go, and a foul is called. Chauncey Billups.
Defensively, you want to help out. Good, solid defense by Martise Moore. He had helps by Billups to stop the penetration. Martise Moore stayed away from Pierce, made the block.
They called that foul on Dennis Griffin, not on Billups. So the Jayhawks now leading 6-2, get the basketball back. I just started to say about Paul Pierce. We talked about Vaughn on the outside, the strength inside. Then they have Pierce, who's a slasher, and Haas, who if he ever gets on a roll outside. is another great compliment to those inside players. And now here comes Mac Tuck.
Well, the thing about Pierce, he makes Kansas much more athletic. He's the kind of guy that can take everybody off the dribble, shoots it decent enough outside, but he's a valuable transition player that they need so much.
Nice move. Martise Moore picks up his first 2 points of the afternoon. KU by 2.
A lot of motion to this offense. I said a lot of picks. They really put the ball inside enough times to where the defense has to honor that.
The Prince with a miss. It's off the hands of Greg Jensen. Out of bounds to Kansas. Matt Daniel is in the Colorado lineup right now. And another substitution for the Buffaloes. They're getting players in a hurry. Charlie Melvin, who's been playing strongly off the bench. Now Billups will return. And Matt Daniels and Greg Jensen sit down.
You mentioned Charlie Melvin. When he plays well, this team plays well. He's had a couple double-doubles. And both were wins at Nebraska. 10 points, 13 rebounds. And against Kansas State, he had 17 and 11 rebounds. And both those are victories. Going to have to play again big today because of the big size of the Jayhawks.
Pollard was keeping that ball alive down there, and he finally got called for a personal foul. He missed the shot, kept the ball alive, but finally got a little too exuberant.
You can probably see the frustration on his face. He missed a couple easy ones, and he kept the ball alive, and just kind of continues on as a frustration. You're that size, you hate to miss a gimme. Good pass.
Nice pass from Martise Moore. Inside it went to Melvin, and he's fouled. That's 2 on Pollard in a hurry. Pollard has fouled out of 2 games this year. The Jayhawks have only had 5 incidents where a player fouled out of a game all year. They just don't get in much foul trouble.
You know, nothing comes easy against Kansas. Here's a good pass. You think he has a layup. LaFrentz stays with the ball, blocks it, and then Pollard comes in, blocked one, and thought he had a good block. They called him for a foul. Young man enjoyed our camera work down there.
Frightening little kids everywhere there. Charlie Melvin knocks the free throw down. A 6'10 sophomore from Los Alamos, New Mexico. Well, we mentioned it. A talented number 8 seed team. Next year, they get Fred Edmond back. A couple of other players. It's just going to get better at Colorado. Timeout here. Game is tied. Let's go to a message from your hometown Phillips 66 station. You'll find good things for cars and the people who drive them.
Welcome back to Kemper Arena once again, everyone. A 6-6 ball game here. I'm John Sanders with an update from Studio 66. We promised you scores from around the country. We have them for you right now. Quarterfinals of the ACC, courtesy of our Southwest Airlines out-of-town scoreboard. Maryland with the lead over Duke, and Florida and Kentucky just getting ready to go. Let's take you back courtside to Fred and John.
All right, thank you, John Sanders. John Sunvold, that Florida-Kentucky matchup, you know Lon Kruger's Florida club will play hard, but can anybody get a 20-point lead quicker than Kentucky?
You just said it during the break. How long will it take him to get up 20? Outstanding ball club.
Oh, boy, can they score? Mac Tuck with a rebound, and Colorado with a chance to take the lead in the early going here. Chauncey Billups against Jock Vaughn.
When you watch Billups, there may not be a better ball handler in the conference. I know we talk about Jock Vaughn, and Vaughn was the MVP, runs a show better than anybody. Billups can really handle the basketball.
Oh, Martise Moore just knocking a deuce. That was close to a 3, but Martise Moore has 4, and he's showing some range. And Colorado with their first lead of the ball game at 8-6. Pierce, nice dish, and leaning to score is B.J. Williams.
That's really pure basketball. Nice play. Williams freed up his teammate Pierce, then rolled to the basket. Pierce returned the favor, made a nice pass.
Most games, B.J. Williams is Roy Williams' first substitute. And he is again today. Oh, look at the tip by Martise Moore. And Martise Moore beginning to light up this Colorado ball club. He has 6.
Suppose he likes playing against his team. Had 29 against him one game, 14 points and 8 rebounds the next game.
Pass with an off-balance throw. KU thought that Griffin had fouled him. No call.
Martise Moore gets up a shot here. B.J. Williams might have had a piece of it, and Billups takes it. Thought he was held and fouled. No call. Moore with the follow.
Ricardo Patton. Again, they've taken the interim off his title, and he is the coach of Colorado next year. Now a whistle blowing in the lane as Jared Haas hits the deck.
You know, making Patton the coach for next year, a good move. In one, it shores up recruiting. When you're out there recruiting, when you have intern by it, the one thing that other coaches are going to say is, hey, you don't know who's going to be there. So they have shored up that position.
Kansas with the basketball, down 2. Greg Jensen with his first foul. Team fouls. 3 Colorado, 3 Kansas. rather 2 each side. Turnover city right now. Kansas off to a very slow, sluggish start in this ball game. We mentioned Kentucky and their ability to make a run. Kansas possesses that same ability. They're playing now with Scott Pollard on the bench with 2 fouls, and the ball is loose, and down they go. And we've got a held ball. The possession belongs to KU. Chauncey Billups and Paul Pierce, the co-freshman of the year in the conference, tied up over there.
Well, you talk about Kansas being able to make a run, and they normally do it on the defensive end. They are so good with the help side defense. Individually, Vaughn and Haas, all defensive team that get on you. And then they help out when there's penetration.
KU's been a little bit stodgy, so what do they go to here?
Well, I think they'll continue to bang it inside if Haas can free himself up.
And there's Pierce down the lane, got a little bump, didn't take the shot. Now Haas.
Tuck doing a really good job.
Blocked it. And Haas gets it back. He pulls his way in and throws one up. Doesn't go, in a foul call.
Mac Tuck doing an outstanding job on Jared Haas. You can see Haas's frustration a little bit. Thought he was fouled before they blew the whistle.
You said they'll continue to bang it inside. That's exactly what Haas did.
As they go here, he actually lost the basketball there. That's when he wanted the foul, and now he does draw contact. Didn't look like too much there. It really did look like it. Look at all the jerseys from Colorado packing it inside, and Haas is one tough kid.
They keep a floor burn stat at KU, and he has led the team all year in that department. He's over 100 now. Jared Haas with the free throw. He is a 74% free throw shooter. His first point of the day, the 6'3" junior from South Lake Tahoe. For all season long, they carry Jayhawk basketball on the cable TV system out there so the hometown people can watch him play.
It's going to be a valuable ingredient as Kansas tries to make their way to a national championship. If Haas shoots the ball well, it makes Kansas that much more better.
B.J. Williams caught for a foul at midcourt. That's not going to make Roy Williams very happy.
After free throws, you can all expect Kansas to do something. Vaughn went for the early steal, and B.J. Williams caught for the reach-in.
Phillips against Vaughn. Boy, he keeps that ball in his hand for a long time. It almost looks like he carries it.
Oh, good pass.
Marquise Moore couldn't get it. Jensen can.
Mac Tuck fired a fastball there, Fred.
Greg Jensen's first 2 points of the day. And Colorado back in front by 2 again. And the Buffaloes with a good start to this ball game. Way down in the corner, Ricardo Patton is coaching and sliding his feet, playing defense with his ball club. And Vaughn's going to go for 3.
Well, that's why he's MVP. He has stepped up his production, especially in the offensive end. Shoots nearly 48% from three-point line. He shot 51% from that line in Big 8 play.
That is a tremendous three-point percentage.
Well, and he takes the open ones. He's patient enough. He's not a big-time scorer. But what he does is waits and usually hits the backbreaker when they need it.
Phillips with the inbounds pass. Now Tuck sets and fires a 3 that won't go. Williams and LaFrance are there, and LaFrance is going to come down with it. Hey, one thing, if Mac Tuck can shoot it that easily, flat-footed, he is strong. Now Williams is fouled as the ball comes down inside. The other thing, Chauncey Billups throws you a pass, you better be ready because he has some steam on it every time he throws a pass.
He'll bloody your nose if your hands aren't ready. And sometimes that's a problem with players learning how to play with a guy so talented as Billups. He will break down most one-on-one defenders just by his dribble. He's so good, and once he gets inside, you better be ready for that pass.
2 fouls. Greg Jensen, he's going to sit down. Back in the lineup for Colorado, Dennis Griffin, the 6'9" junior from Thatcher, Arizona. Transferred from Eastern Arizona Community College to the Buffaloes. B.J. Williams has his 3rd point of the day. The 6'8" junior from Wichita South High School. He was voted to the Big 8 all-bench team.
This is a great teacher right there. Roy Williams does an outstanding job. You can tell by the way his players play. There's a lot of teaching. His players do a lot of listening.
And they play very, very well on most days. Colorado right back, down by 2 now. Chauncey Billups faces Jacqueline, gets his offense set. Marquise Moore on the wing against Williams. Mac Tuck double teamed, and Jacqueline got a hand on a play. Save.
What an outstanding play.
What a tremendous save by Vaughn. Now Robertson to LaFrance to Vaughn. B.J. Williams with a spinner off the baseline that won't stick. And it's out of bounds to Kansas.
Mac Tuck had a mismatch inside. He had Ryan Robertson, who gives up a lot of weight to him. There's a help by LaFrentz. Here comes a help by Vaughn. What a play.
That thing was all but gone. A lot of players would have given up on that ball.
Now this kid won't. I'll tell you what, he plays every minute.
Vaughn against Billups.
They won the most valuable player and very appreciative of the award. And they gave him the award before the ball game. He shook all his teammates' hands, and he kind of said that yesterday at the conference meeting, at the luncheon. He said, you know, thanks to all my teammates and things. And that's the kind of guy you want to coach.
Really. Said, I hope years from now fans remember me for the effort I gave to the game. Melvin driving the baseline, missed it all. Pollard's back in the lineup for Kansas with the rebound to Griffin. 20 on the shot clock for Colorado. Buffaloes down 2 to Kansas in the first game of the Big 8 tournament. Over the top inside to Melvin. The shot, no. Good defense played down there.
Well, great help side defense. Melvin, all he had to do was drop it off, and Griffin had an easy layup.
And there's Jacques Vaughn to the rack, and he's fouled. Count it. 5 for Jacques Vaughn.
Vaughn likes to keep the pressure on the opponent, and what they do when he fast breaks, he'll get a lot of picks around the top of the key.
Colorado substitution. Howard Fryer checking into the game now, replacing Martise Moore. Tell you what, Teron Lou from Nebraska is very quick with the basketball, but I don't think you can get much quicker than Jacques Vaughn just got to the rack right there.
Yeah, Vaughn keeps the pressure on, as does Lou. They try to get it on top of the defense as quickly as possible. And what that does, that puts a lot of pressure to get back.
Jacques Vaughn has 6 points. Timeout. 11:32 left in the half, and we're back after this message from Southwest Airlines. Flying the low-fare airline is just plain smart. Now let's take a look at our Sonic Drive-In of the game, brought to you by Sonic Drive-Ins, who invite you to drive in for a change.
Well, not making the extra pass by Colorado goes for the fast break. If you're a point guard, you like to look and see if there's going to be interference. Take a look at Scott Pollard. He puts a little interference away. Jacques Vaughn shifts gears, goes right to the hole. Vaughn hits the big three. Then he makes a steal on one end. Now he makes a driving layup for another three-point play. Outstanding.
Jayhawks have hit 6 out of 13 shots. Colorado's 5 for 17, and Kansas with a 5-point lead, the biggest lead of the game so far.
Kansas will run a lot of half-court traps, and they want the ball out of Billups' hands.
Tuck finds Melvin down low, and there is a foul called against Colorado down in the lane. Jacques Vaughn hit the deck down there.
Well, we've mentioned Vaughn's name a lot. Tuck was out of control, and Vaughn took the charge. So
Mac Tuck's first foul.
So why is the MVP? Three-pointer. Makes a steal. Gets another three-point play. Takes a charge.
Diving save out of bounds. All in 9 minutes work for Jacques Vaughn in an average basketball game. There are the team fouls. Colorado already has put Kansas into 1-1. Vaughn against Billups. Billups, who runs the offense for Colorado, has heavy defensive responsibilities at the other end. The point guard's matched.
Hard match inside. Griffin on Pollard.
Pierce had a little screen, turned the shot down. Now hunting something along the end line. And he'll reset the offense with 9 on the shot clock. 7 on the shot clock. 5 on the shot clock. There's Vaughn to the bucket with 2 on the shot clock. Doesn't go. And Pollard fighting for it. B.J. Williams got it back. Seven-point lead, Kansas. B.J. Williams has 5. And the Jayhawks have it again. And here comes Ryan Robertson against Billups. Got it down in there, and now he's having trouble. And the ball winds up out of bounds. Ryan Robertson got it down there and then had trouble corralling it.
Yeah, made a good spin move. Just couldn't find the handle back on that ball.
Jayhawks have 28 on the shot clock now. Pollard is out. LaFrentz is back in. So is Haas. Robertson's coming out, and now T.J. Pugh will check in for the first time today. Another freshman will replace B.J. Williams. Ryan Robertson, his dad Johnny, was a defensive back at Kansas State University and a good one. Played in the Canadian Football League a bit.
Screen.
LaFrentz Pierce. LaFrentz set the screen on Tuck, but now they're double teaming him, and LaFrentz had trouble catching it. 10 on the shot clock. Colorado pressing the defense. Pass for 3 on the rim, and no. And Mac Tuck brings it out for the Buffaloes.
Good play right there by Tuck.
Talking about hard passes, I just mentioned a minute ago, Billups just fired that thing so hard that Howard Fryer couldn't pick it off.
Well, that's one of the mistakes they've made all year, is just throwing the ball away too many times, and Billups has to recognize Fryer's not a scorer, though he's running the break. Nobody picked up Billups. He could either take it a couple more dribbles for an easier shot or raise up the three-point line. This kid is a special player. Sometimes he has to do a little bit more than he wants to.
6 turnovers Colorado already. They're averaging 18 a game. As John mentioned, they've had problems with them all year long. Colorado with a 99 turnover deficit for the season. They are minus 99. Pierce couldn't get the tray to stick. Mac Tuck has the rebound.
As the Buffaloes went to a 3-2 zone that time.
Billups. Tuck's going to drive the lane. Everybody on the deck, and Jared Haas takes it away. Look at him go after Billups down there, and he's fouled as he's got the shot up anyway. He was trying to get Billups turned around down in there. Chauncey was doing a pretty good job staying with him.
And Chauncey wanted to jump ball. A little smile on his face. He thought he had a jump ball. Now watch Tuck drive. Pierce is going to go down. Tuck wanted to foul right there. He's going to talk the referee. Haas just took the ball away from him. Makes the defense change directions. Billups simply said, I had my hand on that basketball.
Chauncey Billups with the foul. His second. Second is first. Marquise Moore has 2. Jared Haas 3 for 3 at the free throw line. Doesn't have a bucket yet today. And now Kansas has opened an 8-point lead. They're not doing this with a big burst.
Well, and anytime you have shooting problems, and Jared Haas has had some problems the second half of the Big 8 season, not shot the ball well, what you'd like to do is get to the free throw line. Now he's 3 of 4, but that kind of gets your confidence going when you're in the middle of the ball game. He will continue to hustle. What a great effort.
Jared Haas wound up sitting with the stats crew across the way. There go the monitors, and they've got them all back.
Push the ball up. Haas, look where he came, all the way from the right side of the screen through the play.
Introduced himself to the stats crew. Hi, I'm Jared. I won't be here long. Fryer to Marquise Moore, open for 3, too strong.
Oh, great block out.
Pugh ran Dennis Griffin almost off the floor that time. Haas looking at LaFrentz and has him down low. Nifty little move. The shot wouldn't fall. And Griffin finds Matt Daniels, who finds Fryer, who finds Jared Haas. And is it a blocking foul on Jared Haas? It is. Number 1 on Haas. This game doesn't have a lot of rhythm to it yet.
No, not really. Colorado, really 4-on-2. They had numbers. Fryer decided to take it all the way. Haas just didn't get quite positioned.
Fryer trying to get it in bounds, blocked by LaFrentz, trying to save it. He knocks it out of bounds. Okay, he just stays after you, stays after you, stays after you. 8:45 left in first half action here. Kansas with an 8-point lead, and now Chauncey Billups back in the lineup for Colorado. Howard Fryer will sit down for a while.
Mr. Billups does not stay out of a ball game very long, Fred.
No, he is averaging 36 minutes a game. Mac Tuck 33. These guys have to play a lot of minutes. Marquise Moore had trouble with the catch, and now he's fouled as he gets a shot up.
Well, you mentioned Ted Kritza, who's out with a shoulder injury. Fred Edmonds and Leroy Carter academically ineligible at semester, and that's just tough when 3 of your top ball players go out.
Colorado doesn't have a senior on his ball club, so Ricardo Patton's going to have a pretty good nucleus coming back next year.
As you could see that time, now Moore drew contact, but the pass, there wasn't a lot of spacing involved there, and you need that offensively, especially against Kansas. They will force you out in your half-court offense a little further. You can get backdoors on them, plus, but if you're spacing good, you can move the ball through the dribble and by hard cuts.
Mac Tuck now will get a breather. Charlie Melvin has replaced him for Colorado. Marquise Moore now with 7 points. The 6'8" junior from Atlanta transfer from Georgia Tech. He was the freshman of the year in the ACC, then transferred to Colorado, and obviously a big help to the Buffaloes. And now Jock Vaughn tried to get it down low to Paul Pierce, and Pierce couldn't catch it for the second time today. 8:28 left in the first half.
Matt Daniel will handle the basketball a little more. When he's in the ball game, that frees up Billups to come off some picks.
They threw it right into Jared Haas' hands. And Haas Haas is going to take another run at it. And down he goes. Matt Daniels simply grabbed him by the arms and put him on the deck.
Colorado bench wanted double dribble. I thought Haas dribbled down, picked it up, dribbled it, picked it up. They're having a hard time handling on this basketball.
When Jared Haas gets started towards the bucket, there's no point in thinking he's going to stop.
He's not waiting for his teammates right there. Picks it up, dropped it. Matt Daniel makes sure the ball doesn't get to the rim.
How many points for a takedown?
Well, you mentioned floor burns. On the floor a lot.
When he gets started for the basket, he doesn't even consider doing something else. He just keeps going. Now Rayford has replaced Jacques Vaughn for Kansas. And Jared Haas now is 4 for 5 at the free throw line. An academic all-conference player, Jared Haas, with a 3.76 grade point average so far this year. 5 for 6 at the line. Jared Haas and the Jayhawks by 8. 8:14 left in the half. Colorado hanging around.
I would expect Billups to try to get the ball with his penetration against Rayford, try to get inside so he can jump up and shoot it over the top of Rayford. Rayford a good defender. LaFrentz doing a nice job. They try to get the ball out of Billups' hands because he's that special with the basketball.
LaFrentz with his first foul. 6 on Kansas.
Here's a pick by Griffin. Watch LaFrentz step out. The help. Then the contact and the foul.
Hugh and LaFrentz now come out of the lineup for Kansas. Pollard, Haas, Pierce, Williams, and Rayford on the floor for the Jayhawks. Down inside, they went to Mac Tuck. He's going to be called for a walk. Timeout here with 7:55 left in our first half. KU by 8, and we're back after this message from your good friends at Phillips 66. Today's Big 8 tournament game is being brought to you by Southwest Airlines, with low fares on every seat of every flight everywhere it flies. Flying the low fare airline is just plain smart. Colorado now hasn't scored for 4 minutes and a second, and Kansas has opened an 8-point lead. Biggest lead of the day. Calvin Rayford at the point. Jacques Vaughn getting a little breather now for Kansas. Haas, Williams, bring down a possible 3. 21 on the shot clock.
A lineup where they'll rely more on Pollard inside. Williams not a big scorer. Rayford not a big scorer. Pierce can take you off the dribble.
Got good help on the baseline that time to shut him off. 10 on the shot clock as they find Pollard, who finds Rayford, who finds Haas. 7 on the shot clock, and Haas pops a 3. Off the heel of the rim, rebounded Colorado. And Buffalo staying in the neighborhood. They're down 8. They've got the basketball. 7:16 left in the first half. Pryor against Haas. Martise Moore defended by the freshman Pierce. Now a foul down low.
I got Rayford on that one. Billups is trying to post Rayford down low. Size mismatch. Chauncey 0 for 3 so far this ball game.
Rayford at 5'7".
You can see him holding with his left arm. Now his right arm. Both arms around the back.
John, I did a game the first time Muggsy Bogues matched up with Spud Webb. Spud Webb got him posted, had his hand up. They didn't get him the ball, and he was a little angry about that.
Spud couldn't post most of them, but I'm sure he could take Muggsy down low.
Billups. First points of the ball game for Chauncey Billups, the freshman, who's averaging 18 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists a game. Billups getting his first points today, both of them from the free throw line. It's a 6-point lead to Kansas.
Good help by Melvin.
Thomas, Williams. Skip pass. Paul Pierce almost pulled the trigger, but didn't.
You know, Colorado doing a nice job in the half-court defense. Kansas not getting any of the easy looks, and really the shot clock's been running down every time on it.
Paul Pierce that time had a tough pass to try and catch and couldn't grab it. And Colorado gets it back down 6 with 6:44 left in the first half. Buffalo's the number 8 seed, but not going away here. There are the turnovers and the points off of them. Colorado doesn't have a point off the 5 KU turnovers. The Jayhawks have 7. And Billups' shot misses. Pollard with the rebound. Vaughn back on the floor to Pierce. Pass deflected in there by Charlie Melvin. Well, Colorado can't control it. It's out of bounds to Kansas. 26 left on the shot clock. Now Ryan Robertson back in for Kansas, and Mac Tuck back on the floor for Colorado.
Well, Robertson in, three-point shooter. Billy Thomas, three-point shooter. Jock Vaughn can obviously shoot the 3 points, so maybe you'll see better spacing by Kansas. Free up Pollard inside just a little bit more.
Thomas can shoot it. That one's going to fall off the rim for him, though. His first shot attempt of the day goes wide. And again, Colorado down 6, trying to cut into that lead. Phillips tried to find Tuck, deflected by Billy Thomas, out of bounds. Tuck trying to find somebody in trouble with the basketball. Now throws the lob out front to Billups, and Vaughn is right on him.
What you like about Billups at 6'3", about 195 pounds. He's strong and so smooth.
Chauncey Billups' first bucket of the day. He just took Vaughn to the rack that time, and now Chauncey Billups has 4, and Colorado back within 4 of Kansas. Look down in the corner, Ricardo Patton playing defense with his club. See the white shirt over there? That's the Colorado coach. Got a good stand, sliding his feet nicely, hands up. That's good.
He is playing some D.
Jock Vaughn, nice dish down inside, and Williams can't get it. The ball fought for down inside. It'll be Colorado basketball. The Buffaloes get it back down just 4.
Kansas having a hard time just getting on track. Vaughn made a good play, but Williams couldn't finish.
Chauncey Billups just went over, and Ricardo Patton, his coach, said a couple of words to him. Ricardo's done everything but lead the break today.
He said, Chauncey, dribble it, beat the guy, score.
Go to the basket. 22-18 Kansas, and right through the double team goes Chauncey Billups, and the jumper's off the front of the rim, but saved nicely by Dennis Griffin to Tuck. Ryan Robertson now trying to defend Billups, and Billups going to go to work.
It doesn't matter, put it in his right hand or left hand. He is really special with that basketball.
Yeah, I believe you're right. I think that is what Ricardo Patton said to him, because he's done it a couple of times now.
Well, when Robertson matched up, you knew he wanted to take him off the dribble. Puts it in his left hand. Little fake of the crossover. Gets inside the paint. They called the foul before the shot.
Billups free throw good. Colorado went 6-0-6 without a field goal until Billups hit that one a moment ago. Now he has 5 points, and he could get Colorado within 2.
Here's what's nice, 13 of 13 from the free throw line, and obviously I just jinxed him. Shoots nearly 89% in Big 8 play.
Ryan Robertson off balance with a miss. B.J. Williams back in, and LaFrench tips it, but the whistle blew before LaFrench could get a hand on it. And the foul goes against Colorado. That will be their 9th team foul. Each team with 8 right now.
Williams just flat out took the basketball away from Griffin. Ricardo Patton talking to Dennis Griffin about grab the basketball with 2 hands. He was there, and Williams just took it away from him.
Williams free throw in and out. 5 points today for B.J. Williams, the junior from South High School in Wichita.
Colorado puts 5 men on for the defensive rebound. As you can see, if the ball comes off, Kansas can just simply tap it back. Vaughn's the only player back.
B.J. Williams has 6. Kansas by 4 with 4:51 left in the first half. Now Jared Haas back. Ryan Robertson out for Kansas. Roy Williams continues always to shuttle his players on and off the floor. Now Billups against Jock Vaughn. I don't think Billups cares much who's guarding him.
No, he's one of those special players with the basketball.
Tuck to Griffin.
You try to contain him, you're not going to shut off things he can do. If you double team him soon enough, he has to give up the basketball. Not a good pass there, though.
Williams deflected it and saved it for Kansas.
His decision making isn't on the same level as that of Jock Vaughn.
No.
Vaughn makes some awfully great decisions with the basketball.
Williams, great pass to Rafe LaFrentz inside for his 4th. And the Jayhawks backed up by a half dozen with 4:11 left in the first half. Chauncey Billups from way outside, Mr. All.
He thought he was fouled. He turned around right away. Vaughn might have had him on the arm. Sometimes when a shot falls that far short, especially for a shooter, something happens.
LaFrentz going to work down inside against Griffin. The jumper good. LaFrentz taking it over. He has a half dozen points, and the Hawks by 8.
One that gets his partially Kansas fan in Kemper Arena a little bit ignited there.
Arena full of them. 3:48 left in the half. Kansas has restored that 8-point lead.
All right, Fred, thank you very much. From Studio 66, here's a look at some other action on our Southwest Airlines out-of-town scoreboard. Second half now, Maryland with a 5-point lead over Duke, and number 1 Kentucky playing Florida in the Southeastern Conference quarterfinals. The lead there is only 4. That's surprising for Kentucky. You'd think they'd be up by about 20 right now. Kansas and Colorado, game 1 of the Big 8 tournament. Great to have you with us this afternoon. We will be here throughout the afternoon and into the night with all 4 games on the most exciting day in college basketball. Let's get you back to the action. Here's Fred.
Thank you, John Sanders, and welcome back home, John. Martise Moore, little fadeaway right there, and he came up short with it, but Tuck saves it. Ball didn't hit the rim. They've got to watch the shot clock. 12 left on the clock, and now Kansas takes it away. Vaughn able to control the ball, and oh, what a shot by Jacques Vaughn.
Pure speed when he caught that basketball. I thought Tuck had a chance to get there. Vaughn just shifted gears once again.
8 points for Vaughn. You know what? The way he picked that thing up so smoothly, that wasn't that easy a pickup for him. Now the Hawks with a 10-point lead, their biggest of the day. And you can see the excitement now in the Kansas lineup. Thomas is fouled by Billups as he takes the shot.
I was surprised Thomas didn't take the first one. Vaughn threw it up the floor, and I thought Billy was going to shoot the 3, which really would have ignited the crowd. Watch this. Once he gets a basketball, turns on the jets, gets to the hole quickly. Tuck too late.
Second foul on Chauncey Billups, and he's going to the bench. Matt Daniels in for Colorado now. There are 3:02 left in the first half, and Ricardo Patton doesn't want him to get that third foul. Billy Thomas, first points of the day. 6'4" sophomore from Shreveport, Louisiana, who can really shoot the basketball. 2 points, Billy Thomas. The Hawks are up by a dozen. Timeout here. 3:02 left in our first half, and game 1, day 1 at the Big 8 basketball tournament. One of several highlights Chauncey Billups has afforded us this year. Co-freshman of the year with Paul Pierce of Kansas in the Big 8 conference. On the bench right now with 2 personal fouls. 2:59 left in the first half, and he'll probably just stay there for the rest of the half. Matt Daniels handling the ball against Jacques Vaughn. The Buffaloes got it back within a couple, and now they're down by 12 again. Tuck trying to take Billy Thomas off the good, but Williams came to help and got a hand on it.
That's what they do best. Help defense. You know, you beat one guy and the other guy comes over. What you have to do against Kansas is really make the extra pass.
Mac Tuck. Colorado's shooting falling off rapidly now. Kansas continues to shoot it well. Look at Vaughn. Matt Daniels grabbing with the arm.
You know, that's, I don't know, 3rd or 4th time the Colorado's had a hard time getting the ball in. Matt Daniel tried to body Vaughn away as they just threw the ball deep, but Matt Daniel at 160 pounds wasn't going to body Vaughn anywhere. Jock just jumped up, caught the basketball.
Just a little bigger and a little stronger. Now Daniel with 2 fouls will sit down. Matt Daniel to the bench. Fryer is in.
And here comes interesting. You have Fryer, who probably will handle the basketball. May see Kansas put a lot more pressure on this lineup for Colorado without Billups or without Daniel.
This is the 10th foul on Colorado. Jacques Vaughn is going to shoot 2. He has 8 points on the day. Junior from Pasadena, California. Big 8 player of the year.
Kansas normally likes to go into full court pressure after made free throw. They back up, but I would expect Jacques Vaughn to give Fryer a little more attention.
Back Tuck. Tuck in a little bit of trouble. Haas over him in a bad pass. Fryer is able to save it. Roy Williams was sure he had stepped out of bounds. Roy Williams was right on top of the play. But so was Ron Zetcher, the official. Now Mac Tuck with a little jumper good. Mac Tuck, who's had trouble scoring today, picks up his 4th point. Jock Vaughn takes Fryer to the circle and gives it up for Prince for three. Not quite. Look at Williams go after the rebound, and now he's going to be called for the foul. B.J. Williams picks up the personal foul. Kansas by 11 with 2:07 left in the first half. Roy Williams, they win this game today. That is 7 straight years with 25 wins.
That's impressive. That's impressive. Plus the schedule they play, the non-conference games they play.
He's won 208 games so far in his first 8 seasons. Everett Case at North Carolina State years back won 213. Well, Williams might win that many this year. Needs 5, 3 here and 2 in the NCAAs, and he'd be happy. Well, not happy. He'd want to win 1 more, but he would have to be at 213 anyway. Fryer with 1:51 left in the first half. Tuck. The ball looks like a volleyball game down there, and Rafe LaFrance wins it.
Watching the job Haas is doing on Tuck, nothing's coming easy for Tuck on the offensive end. He's made a couple tough ones.
Fryer, spin move against Vaughn, the reverse, no, and the rebound Tuck. Mac Tuck has 6. 9-point lead, Kansas. 1:24 left in the first half now. Vaughn. Do you believe it?
What a move. I thought he was going to shoot the left hook. Went with the banker after he was fouled. How about this for a move by Fryer, but he doesn't finish the play. Mac Tuck has played hard. He continues to on the follow-up. And then Jock Vaughn. Vaughn has Mac Tuck. He knows he can take him off the dribble. He goes inside. Once the whistle is blown, Vaughn then concentrates on making a tough shot.
Boy, how good is he?
I think most coaches would want it.
I think so. 11 points for Jock Vaughn in the first half. Kansas by 11. 1:15 left in the half. 11-point lead, the biggest of the day. Phillips. Howard Fryer against Haas. 20 on the shot clock for the Buffalo.
Look how far out Colorado has to start their offense.
Tuck on balance knocks it down. Mac Tuck gets it.
I can really shoot it.
He has 8 points.
LaFrance really won the basketball that time.
Jock Vaughn gets it to him. That's Pugh rather down low, and it's going to go. T.J. Pugh, the freshman from Omaha, with his first 2 points. And Kansas by 11. 34 seconds left in the first half. Thomas all over Tuck down in the corner now. Jensen against Pugh, and Haas has got a hand on it, still fighting for it in front of the Kansas bench. And Haas is going to get it to Vaughn.
Still fighting for it. Roy Williams is fighting with the referee, so he got fouled, and Haas is fighting with the basketball.
Now 5 seconds left in the half. LaFrance. 8 points, LaFrance. That's the half, and Kansas has established a 13-point lead at halftime. The Jayhawks are wearing the Buffaloes down over the second half of the first half. Halftime, Kansas 38, Colorado 25, as the Jayhawks and the Buffaloes both head for the locker room. The number 1 seed has the number 8 seed down by 13 as the Big 8 tournament is underway.
Today's Big 8 basketball game is brought to you by Phillips 66, the performance company, makers of high-quality super clean gasoline and Trop Arctic premium motor oil. By Long John Silver's, America's place to go for amazing shrimp and fish. By Ford and your local Ford dealers. And by Shelter Insurance, celebrating its 50th year. Shelter Insurance will always be there for you.
Total this year, they scored 26 their last game at Iowa State, and just 25 against Kansas defense here today. Colorado hasn't had a 3-pointer yet in this ball game. They've gone 110 consecutive games now scoring a 3, but they haven't had one yet. Individuals, there they are. Jock Vaughn, 11 points in the first half, some of those sensational.
Well, Billups not a good first half. 1 of 7 from the field and 4 turnovers. Nice block by Pollard, who led the Big 8 with 66 block shots.
Jensen will play it in. 27 on the shot clock for Colorado. Fred White along with John Sunvole, John Sanders in Studio 66, Dave Armstrong and Dave Logan standing by for the second game this afternoon. Kansas State and Oklahoma State are up next. And then tonight in the first game, it'll be Iowa State, Nebraska, followed by Oklahoma, Missouri. This could really be a competitive tournament.
Wow, it's going to be terrific.
Now whistle blowing down inside. Greg Jensen's going to be called for the hold.
Most coaches would agree Kansas the best ball club obviously in this league, but once you get past them 2 through 8, you almost toss a coin on the rest of them.
Third foul on Greg Jensen comes with 19:34 left in this basketball game. LaFrance. Boy, is he smooth down in there. But nice soft hands and a great touch. He has 10 points today.
Good pass.
Martise Moore. Paul Pierce got a hand on it, but he's going to be called for his first foul.
Kansas on the underneath out of bounds. Look at all the picks set. Pollard clears away, and LaFrance just goes in between everybody. Billups trying to not pick up his third foul.
Martise Moore at the free throw line. Martise Moore had 8 points in the first half and a couple of rebounds. Matt Tuck with 10 rebounds and 8 points in the first half, facing the Buffaloes here today. Now Charlie Melvin replaces Greg Jensen, who has 3 fouls.
Well, Tuck's going for the triple-double, but it's one you may not want. He's got points, rebounds, but he also had 5 turnovers. So that's not part of the triple you'd like to have.
No. I don't want the triple-double. 40-27. Kansas by 13. Jacques Vaughn against Chauncey Billups. Paul Pierce against Moore. Pass against Tuck. He picked up the screen from Pollard. Now LaFrance going to put it on the floor and dump it off to Pollard to Vaughn.
Look at him move the basketball.
On to Haas, who really lost it, but lost it right to Paul Pierce, and the shot won't fall. Saved in there by Pollard. Nope. Tip no by Pollard. And finally Martise Moore takes it away for Colorado. And now Tuck and Pierce collide, and Tuck's going to be called for the foul. That'll be his second. Kansas is just there. Everywhere you go, there they are.
Yeah, and you have to be aware of it. Tuck caught the basketball, didn't turn around. Pierce challenged it early. After the mad scramble, Pierce comes out to the wing, and he is waiting.
Now Jacques Vaughn inside LaFrance. Ball knocked loose in there. Charlie Melvin, or rather Griffin it was, that came away with it. Now LaFrance is going to be called for his second personal foul.
You know, Dennis Griffin has done a pretty good job inside against the bigger Kansas players. Griffin has a tough task of whether you match up against Pollard or LaFrance. He gives up size and weight. Height, I should say.
Tuck, with nowhere to go, came down the baseline, and the whistle blowing. John Leinbach, the official, has the foul, and that's 3 on Rafe LaFrance with 18:32 left in the game. Lob it inside to Martise Moore with a lob shot that falls. A dozen.
How tough was that shot?
Oh, he just launched a lob, and now Jacques Vaughn trying to answer it. Can't, but gets the ball back. Pierce touched it. Vaughn saved it. And now Haas for 3 from the corner. No. Chauncey Billups with the rebound. What's he going to do with it? Yeah, they teach jump stops and camps. That was a jump stop.
That was a long jump stop. Vaughn with quick hands knocked it out of bounds.
18:09 left in this one. 28 seconds left on the shot clock. Buffaloes, Mac Tuck will play it in. They've had trouble getting it inbounds. Now they're just going to lob it outside to Chauncey Billups.
Yeah, that's the only play they've really gotten out of the underneath out of bounds. The lob up top just to get it inbounds.
Pass with Mac Tuck.
He will shoot it flat-footed. That's the toughest thing about guarding Mac Tuck. He will just step up, stand up, and just shoot it.
Griffin to Billups. 9 on the shot clock, and Chauncey Billups puts one up that's too strong. KU comes away with it. Jared Haas finds Paul Pierce up court, and Pierce is going to go to the bucket. Nothing there. Chauncey Billups brings it right back.
Chauncey, he was going to say, we're both going to say the same thing. He's carrying the heck out of that basketball.
And now Martise Moore threes all over the rim, but won't fall. I noticed it a couple times in the first half. When you played, they called that all the time.
Yeah, they did. That was in the rule book. I think they've thrown that part of the book away. You know, Billy Packer is one that has said nationally that needs to be called because it gives the dribbler such an advantage. And when you watch Chauncey Billups, he puts his hand sometimes underneath that basketball, turns all the way over. It does give you some kind of advantage.
Turnaround jump shot. P.J. Williams. Well, Billy's going to be here Sunday if Chauncey's playing. Chauncey may drive Billy crazy. Jock Vaughn did it a couple of times the first half too. There it is again. He also dribbles it hard. Boy, he smacks that ball off the floor. Little elbow there caught Jock Vaughn. And we've got a 5-second call. Kansas defense forcing yet another Colorado turnover. They had 13 of them in the first half. There's Ricardo Patton. Here's Vaughn.
You know, Billups has had a hard time just getting going. A little bit of an elbow there and 5-second violation. Vaughn has played off Billups and really challenges after Billups jumps up to shoot it. Then Vaughn gets in the shot line, and Chauncey 1 of 8 from the field.
15 turnovers now. Charge to Colorado. Pollard with the left hand is fouled. Dennis Griffin didn't think so. But then the defender never does think so, does it? 3 fouls on Dennis Griffin now with 16:32 left in the game.
We've said it before, Ricardo Patton does not have a lot of bodies on that sideline. And foul trouble can be a problem for Colorado.
We only have 9 people dressed here today. Scott Pollard now with 4 points on the afternoon. And the Jayhawks leading by 15 again. Melvin. Martise Moore. Kansas won both the regular season meetings, these two clubs. In fact, they've beaten Colorado 13 consecutive times. Colorado, one of 2 teams that has never won the Big 8 tournament. Iowa State, the other one. They were a threat to do it this year, Iowa State. Now the shot will stay. Charlie Melvin. 4 points, Melvin. Look at Haas. Got it off to Paul Pierce, and the shot won't fall. Rebound, Charlie Melvin, Colorado. Tough catch. Martise Moore, and a tough shot. Got it back. Got it up, won't go. Tip won't go. Griffin tried to tip it again, and Haas brings it out of there, and here come the Jayhawks out on the run with Jacques Vaughn in the middle. And he's fouled. Well, if nothing else, there are people going to the rack with determination today. It's not pretty.
It's not pretty. So see, on the one defensive end, Kansas has done such a nice job of helping recover. But on the offensive end, not making their open jump shots, and that's frustrating to them a little bit. This time down, you think Martise Moore might knock one in, and Williams might have had a piece of that basketball. Have a couple opportunities down low, and once Haas gets it, you know he's going to head quickly to the other end, and Vaughn pushed it up and drew contact from Billups.
Third foul on Chauncey Billups now. 12 points, Jacques Vaughn. 14-point lead to the Jayhawks. They haven't really been able to put Colorado away yet today. Colorado played it within 2 at Boulder earlier this year. The first game that Ricardo Patton coached this ball club after the resignation of Joe Harrington.
Melvin with another offensive rebound.
Now Tuck. Vaughn had a hand on it. Tuck finds Griffin off the baseline. Dennis Griffin with his first bucket of the day and his first 2 points on the afternoon.
Good pass.
Pollard with a man on his back, scores and counted. Shoot out Pollard also.
And give Pollard credit for sealing his man off. He went down low. Again, Pollard will run a lot of interference for Jacques Vaughn as he brings the ball up the court. This time Pollard seals his man off and allows Vaughn just to throw it up. Look where Pollard is. He can run interference on Billups, or he just locked his man. Pump fake goes in.
Now with 15:01 to play, Dennis Griffin draws his 4th foul. And Scott Pollard has an old-fashioned 3. He now has 5 points in the second half, 7 in the game, and the Hawks lead by 15 again. Timeout here, 15:01 to play. Let's go now to a message from your hometown Phillips 66 station, where you'll find good things for cars and the people who drive them.
Studio 66, Kansas leads Colorado 48-33. We do have our first final this afternoon from Greensboro, the ACC quarterfinal. It's Maryland knocking off Duke 88-69. Southeastern Conference quarterfinal, #1 Kentucky now opening it up on Florida 61-49. And there's Tom Asbury waiting in the wings because Kansas State and Oklahoma State will be next. Right now we go back to Fred.
Thank you, John Sanders, Dave Armstrong, and Dave Logan standing by for the second game. Then we come back tonight with Iowa State, Nebraska, and Oklahoma, Missouri. John Sunville, playing against KU is probably like trying to run 100 yards with 100 pounds on your back. You might get it off to a pretty good start, but sooner or later it's going to tear you down.
They put a lot of pressure on your offense. You have to be efficient almost every time down the court, and when you become sloppy, they jump at the chance.
Ryan Robertson, the freshman, fouled as he stepped into the lane and got an off-balance shot away. Howard Fryer with his first foul. 14:34 to play. Kansas has opened that 15-point lead. They really haven't been able to put this thing away yet, but they're very steady right now.
Good look at Robertson, who's had a nice year as a freshman. One of 3 McDonald's All-Americans from last year's McDonald's All-American squad. Pierce and Billups were, as Ryan Robertson was.
He's had a national high school record in his career. 2,751 points, 1,166 assists.
Yeah, that means the basketball is in his hands an awful lot of times. Then he won a state title his senior year.
Must have been involved in all their points.
Good defense.
Paul Pierce, and he took it away from him. LaFrance running. Great pass. Ryan Robertson.
Pretty. Let him up in Kemper.
That is pretty.
Oh, what a play. A freshman and a sophomore. And that one got them on their feet in Kemper. Hawks by 19, biggest lead of the day.
McTuck has thrown 2 elbows at Ryan Robertson. And they finally got the second one.
Second foul on McTuck. Ryan Robertson got him frustrated.
How about this one? Here, LaFrance makes a terrific play to get it back to your point guard and then run the floor, and Ryan knows where to put it. We talked about his assists in high school. Put it right on the mark.
Oh. How pretty is this?
This is nice. Unselfish basketball. Again, another trademark by Kansas.
You know what? That's 6'11" out there running the floor like that, making a nice touch pass.
Yeah.
And getting it back.
LaFrance has some of the softest hands you'll see of any big man across this country. Has a great feel for the basketball.
McTuck has gone to the bench now after throwing the elbow. He was taken out by Ricardo Patton. He'll be back. That was his second foul. Robertson. Free throw good. Good free throw. 3 for 3 at the line. 75% on the year. Has been their designated technical foul shooter.
In their loss to Oklahoma last week, came in, had 12 points, kind of sparked their comeback, got Kansas back in that ballgame.
Now Kansas is beginning to pull away. 21-point lead for the Jayhawks with 13:48 to play. Steal by Jacques Vaughn, but he can't hold on.
He just said he wanted that one. I thought he had that one.
Jacques Vaughn came right up to John Sunville, looked at him and said, I wanted that one. He's going to take a little breather.
Outstanding young man. He has a buddy named Orville Turner, and Orville plays for my brother Bob at Central Missouri State, which they won a ball game last night in the NCAA Division II tournament. Jock came up. He said, did the Mules win, and how'd Orville do? I said, I don't know. I know the Mules won in overtime.
Brother Bob still playing. They play Rolla. UMKC is waiting for him. He's going to be the new coach, Division I UMKC here in Kansas City. The Sunville family coming home. Martise Moore knocks it down, and he has 15 today.
You know, Martise has not had many easy looks. He's hit some tough baskets.
Robertson with the dish to Jared Hass, and he caught that one smoothly.
Bingo. That's what you want to do. Robertson drew the defender over there. Came off a pick and drew the defense. Hass knocked one home.
First bucket for Jared Hass today. He has 8 points, and Martise Moore with a nice soft little touchdown inside. Martise Moore now has 17 points in this game.
You know, you begin to wonder if anybody can keep Chauncey Billups from getting to about 5 or 6 feet from the hole. He's that good with the basketball.
Hass takes it inside again with the same determination. He's been getting it there all day. He hasn't had an easy shot down in there yet.
Do you laugh because it's not pretty when he catches it? He gets it inside there, and it's a war.
12:51 left in this game. Mac Tuck. With that foul, and now has 4. Colorado may be real thin before this day's over. They got 2 players with 4 fouls now. Jared Hess, 6 for 7 at the line today, has 9 points. Can you possibly play harder than he does?
No, I don't think so. Defensively, he's done an outstanding job this afternoon on Mac Tuck, making it difficult. He does play the game hard.
Now he's defending Billups, and Billups went in the air, nowhere to go, and has. Comes away with it again. Needs a little help now.
Haas, who had 4 steals the first half, picks up another one. He has 5.
Fryer with the lob to Tuck. And a foul on Scott Pollard.
What a terrific play by Fryer, and the finish by Tuck. Fryer understands his teammate again. Mac Tuck can fly, and he put it high enough to where only Tuck was going to catch it. Good defense by Fryer. Now it's a simple 2-on-1 break. Tuck wants it up high. You can see him point. This is way up there. And again, Kansas players just don't quit. Look at him running back defensively. Pollard still thinks he has a chance. I probably could have warned him at half court, you're not going to have a chance with Mac Tuck.
Mac Tuck took a little look at Scott Pollard after the play. Got called for a technical foul at Missouri earlier this year for pointing to the antlers after he did one of those.
He taunted the antler, which they enjoyed that.
Billy Thomas, 3 won't go. Look at TJ Pugh, but his shot won't go, and Mac Tuck with his 11th rebound in the ball game. Might just shoot a 3. No, he's going to take it to the hole, and he's blocked and fouled by TJ Pugh. Second foul on the freshman, TJ Pugh.
You see Pugh's reaction, thought he made a good block, missed an easy one on the offensive end after a good offensive rebound.
Kansas by 19 now with 12:06 to play, and again the second game this afternoon, and it really should be a good one. Kansas State and Oklahoma State. That's probably the biggest game of the tournament. Winner of that one in all likelihood is in the NCAA, and the loser can do nothing but sweat until Sunday afternoon to see.
Yeah, you're right. That's going to be just a terrific and a tremendous battle.
Mac Tuck 10 points, 11 rebounds. Pugh now out of the ball game for Kansas. Again, the first game tonight will be Iowa State, Nebraska, followed by Oklahoma, Missouri. Robertson gets it up court in a hurry to Haas, who made another nice shot, but that one won't fall. But he looked like he was in rhythm that time, and now Moore blocks Pollard. And Billups, did he get it off Ryan Robertson? No, they're not going to let him have it. Nice try.
Nice play by Billups. They're going to give it Colorado basketball.
It is Colorado ball, so he did make the play. Timeout here. We're back after this from Southwest Airlines. Flying the low-fare airline is just plain smart. Now here's our Kerr Silver Bullet replay, and it's worth another look, John.
Well, it starts on the defensive end by Kansas. Paul Pierce is going to fight over, make a terrific pass up court, and this is how you coach. You tell your big guys, get it to the guard. Your big guy can run the floor like that. You give it right back and reward him.
Another special player, isn't he? Rafe LaFrentz, all conference as a sophomore. Jacques Vaughn, the player of the year, edging Ryan Miner of Oklahoma for that honor. Rafe LaFrentz, possible future player of the year in this league where he goes at it. Billups. Ryan Robertson was right there playing defense, and Daniel's shot won't fall. Robertson picks off the rebound. Good little stretch for the freshman. Now he gets it back in the corner.
Robertson really pushes the basketball, and just like Jacques Vaughn puts pressure on the defense to get back.
They tried to get the lob to Sean Pearson, and he was able to finally collar it down in there. Matt Daniel pushed Jared Haas out of there and got the rebound. Mac Tuck. Martise Moore couldn't catch it. He's upset with himself. Six for 16 from the floor. Colorado in the second half. KU just 5 for 15. Chauncey Billups now just 1 for 10 in the second half. Pass down inside. Sean Pearson working hard. Shot won't fall. Fryer to Matt Daniel. Lob to Tuck.
Well, this guy is really a terrific athlete. He was pointing his finger up, started about half court.
Mac Tuck like a Mack truck going to the bucket for his second dunk here in the second half. He'll solve his shooting problems. Mac Tuck now with 13 points and 11 rebounds in this game, but also 8 turnovers. Slapped out of there by Fryer. Picked up by Tuck. Here comes Mac.
He's not done.
Well, now he is, and they go the other way. Ryan Robertson. They're going to let him go to the bucket. 6 for Ryan Robertson.
Well, Robertson has brought some energy on the offensive end. No one has contained him for Colorado yet.
Freshman from St. Charles, Missouri. Thought about redshirting him. They did at Kansas. He's been a good player for him all this year. Tuck, that flat-footed 25-footer, after 2 dunks, wouldn't fall. Pass down inside. Pearson wanted it and got it. Tuck has 4 fouls, but Pearson missed the shot. Chauncey Billups behind the back. Oh, boy. What a pass.
Oh, is that a good one?
Oh, highlight time. Colorado with a couple of dunks and a brilliant pass from Chauncey Billups down inside to Howard Fryer. 9:43 left in this contest. Kansas by 17, and here we go.
But Chauncey doesn't give it up early. He wants to take it himself, a little behind the back. Fryer had gone underneath. Look away. I tell you what, keep your hands up when you're playing with him, teammates, and just keep moving. He's going to find you.
And you know what? When it gets there, it's got something on it. He does throw the ball hard. He dribbles it hard.
Well, he's just built solid. That's what you like to see. Reminds you of some of the old solid point guards. A guy like Pearl Washington at Syracuse when he played. Just a solid body, could handle the basketball, do anything with it, can get to the paint anytime he wants to get to the paint. He has struggled with his shooting this afternoon, though.
He's on the players' version of the All Big 8 team as Chauncey Billups. He's in the top 10 in 7 of 8 offensive categories in the conference as a freshman.
Yeah, think of that as a freshman.
Some talent, Chauncey Billups.
And we're saying 10th in the league in rebound.
Chauncey Billups' numbers for the year: 18 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists a game. That's being involved. Paul Pierce kind of hobbling as he walks away from the crowd. He's going to be replaced, it looks like. Billy Thomas coming off the bench for Kansas. Billy Thomas, a shooter out of Louisiana, as Paul Pierce limps over toward the bench, and Kansas trainer Mark Carnes is going to take a look at him. 9:20 to play. Kansas by 17, and Leifra Frentz will go to the line.
You mentioned Billy Thomas. He has had ball games where he comes in and knocks in 2 or 3 3-pointers in a row and really ignites this ball club when they get to the NCAA tournament. Thomas, Pearson, they become so valuable coming off the bench. Haas, if he can knock in open shots, they free up everything inside for LaFrentz and Pollard. And they have a number of the guys that can shoot the basketball.
LaFrentz now with 13 points and 7 rebounds, make it 14 and 7. Got Pollard in double figures on rebounds for Kansas. And the Hawks by 20 again. Warriors hit 11 out of 13 free throws here in the second half. Now Chauncey Billups falls over Martise Moore, his teammate, after he was fouled. First foul on Jacques Vaughn. Jacques doesn't get into that foul column too much. He's never fouled out of a game at Kansas.
You know, he did early in the year. Not foul out, but he had foul trouble early.
2 games
by his aggressiveness and things he was doing. And, you know, what he's probably found out, his quickness and his speed, he can play off a guy a little bit. What he's done today with Billups, he's played off him a little bit. And when Chauncey raises up to shoot it, he's quick enough to get in the shot line. So normally play a guy like Billups, it's hard to not be in foul trouble.
They've done a great job on Chauncey Billups today. Has Kansas. He has 5 points right now. And missed the free throw, and he's a terrific free throw shooter, but now he's 3 for 5 on the line today. 87% shooter. That's up in John Sunvold territory there, 87.
And that's probably better than I can do. That's good to see from a freshman.
Pick up, pick up.
Plus the guy who's going to be, the ball's going to be in his hands most of the time.
That's what you want down the stretch, isn't it?
Yeah, you'd like to coach him for the next 3 years.
Jacques Vaughn finds Billy Thomas, who finds Rafe LaFrentz.
They handled the Colorado press easily.
16 points. Rafe LaFrance now. And the Hawks by 20 again. Mac Tuck against Jared Haas. No foul called. Basket good. Mac Tuck.
Tough shot by Tuck. Good defense again by Haas.
Tuck has 14 points now in this contest. And 11 rebounds. 10 of those in the first half. LaFrance against Charlie Melvin.
Well, right out of Kevin McHale's book right there.
Yeah. Soft little left hand. 10 points in the second half now for Rafe LaFrance and 18 in the game. And now Billups against Vaughn.
You'll notice Vaughn and Haas, they don't take a lot of fakes with the basketball. They stay solid in their defensive stance. They don't bite on any ball movement when they ball fake.
Melvin keeping that thing alive, and now we've got a rugby scrum under the basket down there as bodies all over the place. And one of the Colorado players, looks like maybe Charlie Melvin, holding his head down there. Jacques Vaughn is on the floor. So is Rafe LaFrance. Talk about getting into a mess. Looks like maybe he got poked in the eye or the nose.
Melvin's laying a half out of bounds. Didn't quite see that. Hope he didn't get one in the eye.
Melvin's going to come out of there. They're going to take a look at him. The Colorado trainer, Ed Lockery, will check him out. And it's going to be Kansas basketball. DJ Williams will play it in, and Colorado's going to put a little pressure on him. 8:09 to play. Kansas by 20. It's been a good steady ball game for the Jayhawks. Vaughn against Matt Daniel. DJ Williams tried to drop it down inside that time to Paul Pierce. It was knocked away. And we have a timeout now. 7:53 left in game one at the Big 8 tournament. Kansas 66, Colorado 46. And we'll bring you right back to Kemper Arena. Rafe LaFrance, big day, 18.7 rebounds right now, and his club Kansas leading Colorado by 20.
Shows a lot of mobility inside. Likes to turn and shoot the left-handed fadeaway. Melvin was playing that. A little up and under scoop.
Kansas having a little trouble getting it inbounds, and now Vaughn drops it. LaFrance, turnaround spinner off the front of them. Look at Pierce go up and get it. Tough rebound.
Right back to him.
Stepped in. Now Williams with a hook. That one won't fall. And Martise Moore takes it away for Colorado, and the Hawks had some pops at it.
Missed a couple easy ones.
Chauncey Billups, Matt Daniel. Tuck. Moore trying to give him a screen, and Tuck to the buckets. Foul. Up next at the Big 8 tournament, Kansas State and Oklahoma State battling for a bid to the NCAA tournament. And then tonight in the evening session, Iowa State and Nebraska hook up at 6:10, followed by Oklahoma and Missouri.
And how about Eddie Sutton's ball club? At one point they were 1-6 in this league. Ended up 7-7. Beat Missouri last Sunday to put themselves in a position to go to the NCAA tournament.
You know, I think they may beat him. That committee will meet here in Kansas City. Of course, they're here now. They've got such a tough job. That think of them coming off the Final Four. Eddie Sutton as a coach. They're playing well down the stretch. Now, 2 weeks ago, I told somebody I thought they'd be in the tournament. They looked at me like I was crazy. But they really are playing well right now.
Well, they've always said, and it was kind of a new ball club, obviously, with the loss of Big Country and Rutherford. What a pass.
Mac Tuck with his third dunk of the second half.
When you lose players of that caliber, and Collins and Pierce, who were on that starting lineup, you know, whole thing. They always said you want to play Eddie Sutton's ball club early. You don't want to play him late. And they've really played well. Lambert's been terrific. Andre Owens has been good.
Outstanding freshman.
Yeah, Peterson can really shoot the lights out.
Jerome Lambert's gotten healthy, and that's been a big help to him, obviously. Now John Vaughn in trouble off the front of the rim. Away for LaFrance. Just pops it right back up there, and he has 20 points today. Tuck. Vaughn shut him down that time.
Quick hands by that man. Tuck thought he had an easy one. Had a small player on him. Took him baseline for an easy shot, and Vaughn just kind of knocks it away.
Pass replaces Paul Pierce for Kansas. There's not much that comes easy against the University of Kansas basketball team. They are relentless. Billups is going to catch it in backcourt. That's okay. He didn't touch it. Chauncey Billups averaging 18 points on the year. That one won't fall for him. He's averaged just 10 points over his last 4 games. He's having trouble scoring today. Has just 6 points today. Vaughn put a couple of moves on Matt Daniel. That one loops in and out. Martise Moore tips it to Billups, and here come the Buffs 3-on-2. Billups behind him back, and they're going to lose it. Vaughn and Billups got tangled up. Is Vaughn hurt? He's getting up very slowly, watching the action at the other end. He's okay, I think.
I think he's just watching.
Well, here they come back.
He's just resting. It's had a tough afternoon's work when you have to guard Billups.
McIntuck, no. Pollard with a rebound. Scott Pollard has 10 rebounds, make it 11. That was his 11th rebound today. Billy Thomas from the corner. That's a 3.
Well, good to see Thomas hit one. Played the last few games with a virus. Hasn't been feeling very well, and his statistics have been down. Hasn't shot very well, so another key ingredient to this ball club.
Matt Daniel. Down inside it goes to Griffin. And he's blocked by Scott Pollard. Second block of the game for Pollard. And now Vaughn makes a move at Matt Daniel on the wing. Little hesitation move, and Billy Thomas. 3.
I'll tell you what, you can't let him stand there and shoot it. He'll knock 3 or 4 before you can blink your eyes.
Kansas by 24 with 4:57 to play. Chauncey Billups, who's 1 for 11 now today, misses the shot. Billy Thomas, they're pointing at him now. He's down in the corner. Rafe LaFrance is fouled, and Jacques Vaughn looked him off, looked down in the corner of Billy Thomas, and then fired it down inside.
As the defense started pointing to Thomas in the corner, LaFrance establishes down low, and all he has to do is wait for the basketball. Looks one way, throws it right in there to LaFrance.
And Daniel out of the game. Jacques Vaughn taking a seat along with Paul Pierce. Rafe LaFrance on the line. 20 points on the day. Make it 21. 69% free throw shooter.
You know, this Kansas team still playing for a #1 seed. There are no guarantees of who's going to be where and seeded where, and you just want to keep playing well.
Strong candidate to get to the Final Four, Roy Williams' club, and a possible national champion.
Yeah, they really are. They have all the ingredients. I think, you know, the biggest key for them is the outside shooting. When they do shoot it well, not many teams can guard them and match up to them.
Kentucky, UMass, Connecticut. UMass coming on. Georgetown really been playing well.
Yeah, terrific. Iverson is one of the best guards you're going to see anywhere play.
Jensen can't get it. Williams rebounds it to Rayford. Billy Thomas. A little short that time, and Pollard tangled up with Greg Jensen, and Pollard is going to be called for the foul, his 3rd. Don't be mistaken, Scott Pollard is not nearly as entertained by that call as you might think. A little smile. He didn't like it. 4:22 to play.
Thomas was frustrated in the fact that he missed an open one, left it short.
Hawks by 26. Greg Jensen on the line.
Pollard in a little wrestling match, and he's had some good facial reactions today.
Got a tongue stuck out earlier. He's on the all face making team so far in this tournament.
Yeah, we have a lot of all everything teams, don't we, Fred?
We do. All bench.
Got a list of them.
I kind of like the all bench. Greg Jensen.
See, when they said vote on that, I wasn't sure. Was that the guys that sit over there the whole game and do some things and come up with clever foot movements on free throws, or the guy who plays, or you never know what they want.
Thomas.
Billy's starting to feel it.
Is that a 3?
Yeah, number 3.
Yep, 3 in a row.
He doesn't shoot many inside that line.
He doesn't. He has 11 points now. Run 3 threes in a row here in the second half. Well, he missed 1. 3 out of his last 4. Now Robertson with the steal. Here come the Hawks out on the break again. Robertson's going to take it to the wing this time.
Billy's over there with his arms up.
B.J. Williams. Well, what a shot. He has 10.
Oh, that's tough. I just got a note. Jared Haas tied the Big 8 tournament record with 6 steals. Ron Virgil of Iowa State, and Cornell Hatcher of Oklahoma State in '92.
Jensen with a miss. Melvin partially blocked by Pollard. Now Pollard takes it away. Ryan Robertson missed the tray, and the rebound to Martise Moore for Colorado. 29-point lead Kansas. They have blown it open now. They will move on to play tomorrow afternoon in the semifinal round. Fryer off balance and got it.
Good move by Howard Fryer, not known as a scorer, more of a defensive player.
Robertson with the miss. Moore couldn't handle the rebound. Timeout here. 2:56 left in this game, and Kansas has blown it open. 81-54. We're back after this from your good friends at Phillips 66.
Arena in Kansas has really opened it up on Colorado, leading 81-54. Let's check some more Southwest Airlines out-of-town scores, and this is the correct score. We had the wrong numbers last time when we checked it out. Maryland does beat Duke in the quarterfinal there. 7-6 North Carolina State with the early lead over the top seed Georgia Tech. And from the Southeastern Conference, still in the second half, but Kentucky comfortably in front of Florida. And coming up later, it'll be Auburn and Mississippi State. Let's take you back for live action. Here's Fred.
All right, thank you, John Sanders. And a foul called. John Sunville, you're talking about Billy Thomas down with his arms out. I was looking at that North Carolina State score. If you look at a picture when Derek Wittenberg threw up the air ball that Lorenzo Charles stuffed to give him the national championship,
right?
Terry Gannon is standing on the wing with his hands out, and he says, to this day, I know I would have made that shot.
All shooters all shooters play with their hands out.
Well, he was
run down the floor.
He was kind of a shooter like you were, and he said, I know I was going to drill that thing.
And if you ask Wittenberg, Derek would say, I wasn't giving it to him. There's no way. I didn't even think of that.
He says, I wasn't giving it to a sophomore was what I was trying to do with it. And he also says it was a pass. It wasn't.
No, Derek never passed. Sidney Lowe passed the ball for them that year. Wittenberg never passed.
He's a good passer. As well now, Mac Tuck just fouled out of the game. Tuck will sit down with 18 points and 11 rebounds.
Kansas full court pressure. They don't quit playing. And, you know, they help defensively. Robertson getting in the middle of the way. And half the time when you take a charge, part of it's a little bit of acting. He fell down, and Mac Tuck didn't feel like he hit him hard. You know, Billy Thomas has hit 51 field goals this year now, and 40 of them are three-pointers.
Well, you said he didn't take many from inside the arc. This game has what it needs now, John. Colorado just put a rugby player in the ball game. There's a reverse from Paul Pearson, a nice shot. We have a walk-on, Jamie Miller from Victoria, British Columbia. There's a rugby player.
Whoa.
Howard Fryer wanted the dunk.
Howard was going to put one down, and Sean Pearson said, not here, and not now. I'm not. This is a senior. Sean Pearson is a senior. Nothing easy.
John Pearson coming out of the game, and T.J. Watley's in and getting a tremendous ovation.
We talked about Mac Tuck. Finished with 11 rebounds, 18 points, and he did have a triple-double, Fred, 10 turnovers.
No, not what he wanted to do. Phillips back to Fryer for threes. Calvin Rayford pulls off the long rebound and sets the offense. Ryan Robertson to Rayford. Down inside Pearson. Oh, what a tough catch and a spin bucket. That was a nice play. Sean Pearson's first bucket of the game. Seniors on the board. Kansas by 32 now as they continue to pull away. Griffin fouled by Sean Pearson. The Jayhawks are putting it away now, and Roy Williams liking the effort that he sees out there. Now Steve Ransom, the walk-on, and C.B. McGrath check in for Kansas, getting some tournament time. Regulars are going to rest to play again tomorrow afternoon.
People will remember McGrath from last year because of the injury to Rayford, who had knee surgery. McGrath backed up Jock Vaughn the whole year and played valuable minutes and was pretty valuable to this team. But with the addition of Rayford and Ryan Robertson coming in as having a good freshman year, McGrath hasn't seen a lot of time. And there's Roy filling his players up with some information, I'm sure. They win this first round and advance on in this tournament. What a great atmosphere. What a great place. Kansas City has been terrific for this tournament.
Rayford behind the pack. Kansas will advance tomorrow to play the winner of the next game, Kansas State, Oklahoma State. And tonight again, Game 1 tonight is Iowa State, Nebraska, followed by Oklahoma, Missouri. Ransom with the miss. T.J. Watley's got it under the bucket. He's fouled. The crowd's going to love it. They love this guy at Kansas. He gives them a lot of effort. Happy bench right there.
Yeah, great to see. Said all along they won't quit playing, and guys that practice year-round and don't get to play a lot of minutes finally get a chance and step on the Kemper Arena floor here.
Kansas with only 9 turnovers in this game so far. That would be a season low if they finish the game. Watley scores. The crowd loves it. He's 6 for 8 at the line this year. A 6'4" senior from Benton, Arkansas. Walked on at Kansas and made the club. A 33-point lead, Kansas now with 1:34 to play. Matt Daniel against Rayford, and T.J. Pugh comes out to double team him, and now Watley deflects it out of bounds. 26 on the shot clock.
You know, part of what you're seeing too when you see trapping defenses and changing and this and that. T.J. Pugh's a freshman. Has to learn how to play. They're going to continue to do the things they've done all year. And coaches always want their players to continue to work on their game.
Kansas got the steal. Rayford gives it up to Ransom, who lost the ball out of bounds. They're just over there playing hard defense still with a 33-point lead and 1:13 to play.
Ransom's got a big smile because he stole the pass from McGrath. McGrath thought he was going to have a layup.
Matt Daniel meets Rayford at midcourt. And now there's the rugby player headed for the scrum. He's going to get it out of there. Jamie Miller saved it for Colorado. Buffaloes do not have a 3-point goal in this game. They got a streak of 110 games with a 3 that may come to an end. 50 seconds left in this contest. Rayford, Watley from the corner for 3, 1 fall. Matt Daniel's going to push it now for Colorado by Rayford and threw it away. 38 seconds to play. And it looks like Colorado may not come up with the 3 today, and their streak will end at 110 games. And Kansas is going to make it 14 straight victories over Colorado. Rayford, Watley turned down a 3. The crowd wanted him to shoot it. He wants C.B. McGrath to get a shot, and C.B. is going to do it. Won't fall. Howard Fryer, 21 seconds left in the game. Shot won't fall for Jamie Miller. He's going to get it back, hit the deck. That's that rugby player.
They are used to that.
Rayford, shot no. Boys, it is garbage time.
I was going to say this is interesting here, Fred.
That's the ball game. 88-55 Kansas. The Jayhawks advance to the semifinal round. They put it away in the second half. They simply wore the Colorado down. It was 38-25 at halftime. The Buffaloes hung with them for a long time. But in the end, Kansas depth proved too much for a Colorado squad that came in there with just 9 players suited up. And Kansas has won 25 games now for the 7th year in a row. They are now 25-3 and on to the semifinal round tomorrow afternoon. Up next, it's going to be Kansas State and Oklahoma State in what should be a terrific basketball game. And KU will take on the winner of that one tomorrow in the semifinal round. Again tonight, Iowa State, Nebraska, and Oklahoma, Missouri. We are at day 1 of the 20th and final Big 8 basketball tournament. Now let's take a look at our Pizza Hut delivery of the game. Brought to you by Pizza Hut, home of the all-new triple-decker pizza. Have one delivered today, and you'll love the stuff we're made of.
Well, there's all kinds of different stuff, and sometimes you usually think offensively, but this stuff is by Sean Pearson. The senior just said, not today and just not right here.
Howard Fryer going for the tomahawk dunk. Couldn't get it. So the Jayhawks advance. Again, they go to 25-3 on the year. They're chasing their 5th tournament championship. They won their 13th regular season championship, and they continue to chase that #1 seeding in the NCAA tournament. So a good start for the Jayhawks. Colorado finishes their year at 9-18. And still a lot of talent coming back next year. They don't have any seniors. Now let's quickly get you down to Studio 66 and John Sanders. John?
Fred, thank you very much. Thanks to you and John Sunvold. Coach Roy Williams joins me. Congratulations. Good start. A little easier this time than the first 2 times you played the Buffaloes.
Well, it was. You know, we got a good spurt the last 5 or 6 minutes of the first half and got us a little working margin. Second half, it sort of just fluctuated. We had scored, they had scored. We were trading baskets or trading misses. And then about halfway through the second half, we had another run.
Your team has been known for that this year. You've had some runs. You had a couple of runs in the first half. You've been able to do that. What is the key to getting a run going and keeping it going for you guys?
Good players is the first thing, but I think we were able to maintain some intensity for the most part during the game, and we usually thrive off of our defense, and we got some steals. Jared got us going defensively and got some things on the other end.
How do you get the kids enthused and fired up for the tournament? You won the regular season. You know you're in good shape for the NCAAs. Maybe looking at a seeding situation, but you got to get them fired up.
Well, we do. We want to win. You know, if you play a basketball game, we want to win, and that's important to us.
Jock Vaughn, the kind of year that he's had, I think a tribute that he was selected by the coaches as the player of the year in this conference. That usually goes to a scorer or a big guy, so it's a tribute to him.
Well, it is, but the coaches and the writers picked him, and Ryan Miners is sensational, one of my favorite players of all time. But I thought Jock was very well deserving and a great, great youngster.
Thanks very much. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you, John.
Roy Williams, head coach of the University of Kansas, and we are going to have another guest joining us. Jared Haas will settle in. 88-55 is the final game won. Jared, I know you had to feel good to get that three-pointer going a little bit because the shooting has not been what you wanted.
No, it's been a little disappointing this year, but at the same time, we've won a lot of ball games, and it's an exciting time. And once those start getting knocked in, it's going to be real fun.
Jared, I asked your coach how he gets you guys fired up for this, knowing that you've already won the regular season championship. You're going to be in good shape for the NCAAs. And he says, we want to win. Is that kind of attitude throughout the ball club?
There's no question. There's a lot of competitive guys on the team, and whether it's pick-up ball at noon or it's the Big 8 tournament, we're going to be excited, and we definitely are, and hopefully, we're going to be excited tomorrow as well.
I asked him, and I know how all of you players must feel about the guy who got the Player of the Year award this year, Jock Vaughn.
Oh, I think he has the ultimate respect from all his teammates, all the coaches, and I think other teams as well, and all the fans. So he's an incredible person, an incredible player.
Thank you very much, and good luck tomorrow.
All right, thank you very much.
Jared Haas, part of the winning Kansas Jayhawk team. They win it by 33. Game one is history. We have Oklahoma State and Kansas State coming up as we continue from Kemper Arena in Kansas City.